Uh, it's like heal and repair, man. That's basically what the message that I'm getting is heal and repair. I mean, the things that can be repaired and heal the things that are willing to that know that they are sick and they need healing. And it's a heart issue. It's the stony heart inside of men that is what needs to be healed and mended and made whole, because it's kind of like we're all operating with fractured hearts. You know what I'm saying, in a way, or hearts bound up with all these cords of things that we love in this world, in this life, in this pride of life, the deep prides. Like, look, when someone says something that really hurts your freaking pride and you get real mad about it, it's because it's like a parasite. It's like a worm wrapped around your heart like a cord, and it needs to be snipped. You know what I'm saying? And a friend can help you see that it's there, but he can't clip it for you. You have to clip these things for yourself. And how do you do that? How do you go about that? Well, you make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Or you seek a prognosis. You know what I'm saying? What's your spiritual affliction? What what are you hung up on? It's not that really that hard to figure out. Once again, on that Nishnabhi natural scientists video, it talked about, like, look, if a person's angry, it's like a spiritual symptom that they're sick inside their heart. And, like, look, if you're full of fear, well, the antidote for that is take courage. You know what I'm saying? Have courage enough to walk in faith. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't understand. Like, faith isn't fatalism. Like, I'm just going to sit here and whatever happens, happens. That's not what faith means. Faith means you have an expectation that you know. You don't know how it's going to work out all the way. You don't know how all the details, but you know you know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. If a person's walking in pride, I can have the faith that that person's going to fall at some point, because it's their pride that did it. Pride cometh before a fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, symptoms of a anxiety filled mind, a scatterbrain, is a person who's constantly talking about this, and as soon as they run from one subject right to another, right to another, right to another, right to another. And I mean, it's just like, it's a symptom. You can see that this person has these symptoms. It's like, man, why are you so chatty Cathy all the time? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know why now. It's because it's to shut off the thoughts, the racing thoughts. And it's, see, you address this stuff in martial arts, kung fu, meditation practices. I mean, you confront this issue that, like, look, our minds have a tendency to wander and just complain, and just, if you just let your mind go, you'll be sitting still not doing nothing, but it's like you're not at rest neither. You know what I'm saying? And you're wearing yourself out to death. You know what I'm saying? It's like anyone who lives in that is going to have symptoms of fatigue and impatience. And what does impatience lead to? Bad decisions, slip of the tongue, where you say go way too overboard about something, way too easy to overlook. You know what I'm saying? Which you'll be searching for a freaking flying monkey to focus on instead of what's really bothering you. You know what I'm saying? Like, flying monkey means it's just like, because it's an excuse to have a problem. It's like, look, I want to yell at someone about something right now, and a flying monkey is whatever might be partially true, it might be right, but it's not necessary to get yelled at about, but they use it as an opportunity. So that's pull a rabbit out of a fucking hat. It's a flying monkey, same fucking thing. It is, and it's tea in China too. It's apples and oranges, and it's like, it's also a control mechanism to redirect the conversation back into they're trying to fight the ball like basketball. They're trying to get the ball and dribble it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they do it, is that they change the subject real quick, and there's these fucking anti-missile defense systems in planes where they shoot out a bunch of little, like, basically flares, and if it's a heat-seeking missile, they'll follow the flare instead of the missile, or instead of the plane. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same. That's the same technique there. You know what I'm saying? And that's a person, who they're a flying monkey is also an excuse not to confront the real problem, which is part of healing, fixing, and repairing something. It's like fix the heart. You know what I'm saying? So how do you a lying, cheating, deceiving heart? How can you mend that? Well, that person has to be shown how to walk in honesty and sincerity, and here's another thing: if you do things for people, but it's for a selfish reason, like so you can be said that you're a charitable person, you're in the wrong heart of it right there again. You got to freely give time, energy, a good materials, whatever it is. It's like, look, if it's done with the right heart, it's a good thing. But if you're doing it just because for the wrong motivations, for like usury isn't just to take from people, it's actually to give them stuff but expect way more in return too. You know what I'm saying? That's like what the true definition of usury is. It's like you're out giving everyone something so you can get them in your pocket, in other words. And I used to do that back. I used to feel real comfortable having everyone in my pocket, and I didn't realize how much of a sorcerer myself I was. You know what I'm saying? Playing with the psych war type of a mindset. You know what I'm saying? I've always known about that, and I've used that, like, people's imaginations against them. So the rumors people say about me, I would be like, like, in a way, because it was just, they were so mind effed by the gossip and all the rumor that I didn't confirm or deny. I just kind of, you know what I'm saying, capitalize on the hype. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize that's another form of, you know what I'm saying? It's manipulation, and it is kind of magicianry. You know what I'm saying? And it's keeping people looking at the mountain, and all the while you stand in front of the view of the grindstone. You know what I'm saying? It's, so that's because, once again, I had a heart condition of this kind of pride. You know what I'm saying? And so I had an image to uphold. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you repair the breach. See, a breach is like when there's no armor there. There's no guard. It's like you got all your guns pointed at the front door, but they're coming in through the basement window. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in other words, it's like a breach. A lot of time, a stronghold. A lot of times is like, it's more like a pillbox. Like in World War II, or in Vietnam, they would have these cleverly constructed like bases with just a little slit in it. So you get up so close to it that you wouldn't even know that it was there, and then a fucking machine gun would go off and blow you to smithereens. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the healing and mending process too. It is a battle. You have to figure out what the strongholds are, pull them down. You have to start to recognize the enemy and all his tactics and all his characteristics and his personality traits of the different demons, because that's really what it is. It's a kingdom of darkness that is all about all the negative things in life. That's what these things, that's the fruit of these things. So so you have to go, the Spirit of God is mighty to pull down these strongholds, and you got to get the pride out the way so that you won't see, because what pride leads to is biases, and you'll be arrogantly biased, and you'll think that, you know what I'm saying, somehow you'll convince yourself that it's all good, it's the way it's supposed to be, it's a good thing. And that's one of the things. You won't see the monster because it doesn't appear as what it is. It appears as an angel of light. You know what I'm saying, to you, but really it's a freaking dark creature that's literally just siphoning your life force energy, and it's devouring your soul slowly. and it's keeping you alive. In a way, it's like before. I think the bats, they have a blood thinner, and it's also like a Novocaine anesthetic. So when they bite, you can't feel it bite. And in a way, that's the way these things are too. And in a way, they bite you and they inject a chemical in you that makes you think that it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta and once you pull down the wall, look, there's a bunch of demons encamped in there. And once you get through the pillbox, you go inside there. There's all these elaborate tunnels, and they're dug in. You got to go in there and expel them. You know what I'm saying? Or they are like the mole game, where you pop a couple down, a few more pop up, but you gotta do your best. I mean, what it is you smash the freaking mole, then you fill in the hole. You know what I'm saying? In a way, as these things present themselves, don't stop filling in the hole and killing the moles. Eventually, they'll go move into another yard. In other words, you know what I'm saying? And it's like literally like you gotta leave the carcasses of the demons just out for all the rest of the demons to see. Like, look, this is a non-friendly zone here. And you know what I'm saying? It's just, you really do got to get your demon head count up. And that comes by, you know what I'm saying? That understanding that you got to make that decision to learn these things. And then it really is a spiritual war. It's a battle. You'll be way more aware of how the battle is waged. So you'll see it in operation way more, and then therefore you can be more effective, because that's more opportunities to pray. That's another opportunity to do your faith by works, which is just doing good deeds for another. And sometimes that just means operate in integrity amidst a bad situation when you're in it together. Sometimes that's all it really takes. You don't have to do no big sermon to them. You don't even have to say anything. Just conduct yourself in a good spirit, without pride, and have good courage, which, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't necessarily mean that you're like gung-ho and overboard with it. That just means you muster the strength to do what needs to be done the best possible way that you know of, and just do the best you can despite the situation. And even if and another thing is brushing off some of the times when things don't go our way or we make a mistake, because it's like pride what keeps you hurt. You know what I'm saying? The fact that the only reason, even if you make a mistake, if you made it out of pride, you can stay. It'll keep you bitter about it. But look, if you recognize the truth, there's no reason to stay bitter about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, look, you got to keep it moving. And I'm going to take note of that, and I'm going to try to break this bad habit. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thing. You just recognize things that are bad, harmful, like ways to respond to people. Fear of rejection that keeps you from speaking a good word. Things like that. You confront these type of things. The spirit of fear that keeps you from going out and living a regular life. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of fear that keeps you stuck to the freaking internet waiting for the zombie apocalypse and the asteroids. You know what I'm saying? It takes courage to walk away from this stuff once you're plugged in. That cerebro spirit, man, likes to keep you in the matrix, man. It's like, it's kind of, it would be like, it's like, I'd rather stay in the freaking matrix and let it lead me wherever it goes. And that's the bad spirit too, because you don't want to be just led anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You actually got to stay in control of your thoughts into the direction that you want to go, but yet stay open and let God mold and shape and guide and lead You know what I'm saying? And let him remove the restrainers and restrain the other things that need to be restrained, and let him, learn to trust in that.